All right, what's up, y'all? Here on Yams in the Morning. It's your boy, Ray Edmonds, and I got two of my homies with me today from the Bird. And my boys be killing it, man. Y'all hop on the IG, and they be giving y'all game, jewels, for free, too. But I'm gonna let them explain a little bit about, all the stuff they got going on, which is a lot. Got my man Bradley here, my man Rip. I know y'all might have seen Rip a lot, but oh shit. Cash out.
Yeah, money coming in already.
Money coming in already. I like that. But what's up, man? Y'all boys, first and foremost, let the people know who you are.
Yeah, so I'm Bradley Jacobs. I'm born and raised here in Pittsburgh, and I grew up, like a lot of you. So I grew up, seeing my mom and dad work day and night, barely making ends meet, and seeing that early on. I wanted to own a business or buy real estate to get up our family out of that rat race, but I thought you needed a lot of money. So, I tried working jobs and no one would hire me. So I fell victim to the streets and I lived that life for a little while. Well, 2017 came along and I fell dead broke again after just having tons of money, and I didn't buy a business or buy real estate. And, it left me sleeping at a kitchen table and pondering on where the hell I just went wrong. Sleeping at that table, waking up, it was cold as hell at nighttime. So I was left late nights sleeping and thinking like, where did I go wrong? Like I said, and a friend recommended a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I read that book, and that's where I went wrong. I had the wrong mindset. I didn't have the knowledge. So
that's huge right there. You just said knowledge. Knowledge is huge right
knowledge
there.
is the key.
Because you said, because you went from, your life experience to growing up not fortunate. So you ain't thinking like the opportunities out there.
No, I ultimately went from literally rooftop, having tons of money, partying down Miami, partying in the city. The one in the streets, the one you think you look up to. It's not it. To dead broke. And all that stuff I was buying was just lavish. Everybody thought you was him. But then when you're broke sleeping at this table, you ain't him no more, right? You just by yourself. I'm coming out every day with the same people I was just with, not knowing what I'm going on back at home, sleeping at the damn table. You still think I'm him, but I'm not. So, but when I read them books, I became him, right? Because I had the knowledge. I might not have still been living that lavish life, and I don't live that life no more, even with the money that I have now. But it's because I learned.
But that's huge right there.
I learned. Knowledge is the key. Knowledge is the key to getting people out of poverty. Nobody knows that though, because we don't have it. That's not what they're teaching us. They're not teaching us the same bullcrap. So it's all about knowledge with me. And that's why I give it for free to everybody, because I want people to catch on and learn that.
You taking game.
Yeah, 100%.
You're my man Rip City. Y'all linked up.
Yeah, y'all know me, Shad Davidson, co-owner Games Worldwide. I'm an entrepreneur, brand new father. I come from the same background, humble beginnings. Single parent family, or single parent home. Went to college, played basketball, got out of college, got in the streets a little bit, ended up doing some time in prison.
Fuck.
But I was only visiting. I was only visiting. Most people, they call it their home. I was only there for a little bit. Got out, got back on track, ended up doing some e-commerce. Me and Ray started a clothing line. I've done so many different things, so many side hustles. I'm like the side hustle king.
My boy was selling knives, doing numbers back in the day. Cutco, y'all don't know about Cutco. This motherfucker was slanging them knives, but I said, this nigga's different.
Yeah, but
straight up.
Out of all those businesses, I just realized nothing was sustainable. And then I linked up with Bradley here. I've known him for 6-7 years. But not until recently did I start taking real estate seriously. Like my friends would tell me, when I was in the streets and I had some money come in, like, Rashad, you need to put 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand into these projects. And I did. I was able to create a little portfolio. I had about 10 units, but just in the past 6 months, me and Bradley, we've been able to close 4 deals for absolutely $0 out of pocket. So we have the asset, we have investors, we raise the money, we refinance, we're able to pay those people back. So when he's talking about getting into deals with 0 to limited capital, we're doing it. We're living examples. So, if we can do it, y'all can do it too. And that's what we want to do. Keep giving you the game guidance, attention, motivation, education.
I love it. Now, when y'all, before y'all linked, was y'all doing similar? Were you would say, because I know you had your foot in the game in real estate.
Yeah.
I know you did too, but I know you were doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Were you doing the same? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of. I knew Rick for a long time.
Right.
But again, when I was living in the streets and stuff, I was a laid back dude.
Right.
I still am an introvert, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know him for years. I would see you a lot of times
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Everyone. I didn't speak
Yep,
to nobody.
yep.
I'm an introvert. I'm laying back watching the crowd, right? It's the kind of guy I was.
That's one thing about the streets. It teaches you some fucked up ways,
Right.
Like that you gotta really learn how to
Yeah.
uncondition.
Yeah, you're thinking no new friends.
Because
no new friends, no new
we
friends.
think
It's not it.
you mind your business.
Yep.
We think keep to like watch.
Yeah,
You know
keep
what I'm saying?
yourself,
Keep
lay
yourself,
low, watch
not
yourself.
mind this man if he ain't
Yeah,
down
it's
to
all
you. But it's
bull
like
crap. It's all bull
nah,
crap.
go bug that motherfucker.
Yeah,
He might got something.
100%. Most people want you. I just
Yeah.
learned the other day. There's a guy,
Real
real
shit,
successful
man.
dude, and he won't do business with you unless you reach out 6 times.
And like-minded individuals
Right.
too are almost always gonna want to connect because you ain't on no
100%.
bullshit.
100%.
So like I said, so y'all was doing the same. Y'all I knew y'all were into
Yeah.
the same thing, but like as far as like, because I remember you was telling me like when you got with him and you was making them calls. Were you doing that before, or did you get with him and he helped you? You know what I'm saying?
No, like Bradley is like a young guru in the real estate game. Like he's done it all. He started at wholesaling. So this is how real estate breaks down. So freshman year, it's like wholesaling.
Okay.
And then sophomore year will be like flipping house, fix and flip. And then it will go rental properties. And then it will go multifamily, will be senior. And then I guess after that, you will call it developing.
Developing could be flipping too. So flipping, developing, all could be the same thing, unless you're developing like multi-family buildings. But really, they say developers lose, right? So developers make a ton of money, but then in markets like today, that's when they lose because they don't know when to stop building. They need to build to make money, right?
Yes.
Same with flipping. That's why when you flip properties, it's only good for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
You're paying the most taxes and you're making the quick money on that. But again, in recessions like now, that's when you start losing out. So yeah, like you said, wholesaling, if you don't have no capital, if you got capital, you're gonna start flipping properties right away. But the reason I found it was good starting out was because I was able to find off-market properties at such a low price and to build up, make my money off it, right? That's how I started. Again, I told you I was dead broke.
Right.
So I had to hustle, I had to grind to get some money, right? I didn't want to go back to the streets because it wasn't working. So started wholesaling, saved up, bought a property, continued to wholesale as I worked on the property, flipped it, made a ton of money from that, and then just kept turning that over.
Okay.
And built that up. Now it's like, all right, you got to see for the future, right? That's where the long-term capital comes in. You get to hold it, appreciation. You get to get cash flow every month, things like that. So now you're earning money from your income. And then in recessions like now, the value of the property might drop, but it doesn't matter to me because I'm not selling it right now anyways, right? The cash flow stays the same, if not increases, because now people can't buy houses like they just were. So now the flipper's going to lose because now people can't buy houses. But guess what? I'm going to actually win even more because my value's going to drop, but my rent's going to increase. You see what I'm saying? Because now they can't buy, they have to rent. Rent's going to become an influx, and then rent's going to go up, and I'm going to win even more, right? So it crushes. And then when times go up, rent doesn't really dip. It just keeps going up. So now the value of my properties, because the cap rate's going to get lowered. Right now, cap rate's high. That's why the value of my property drops. But when the cap rate goes down, my rents are still up. Now my value is going to go out the roof. And that's why multifamily ultimately is just incredible. Yeah.
And what Bradley did for me is he was a flipper. They were flipping 10 houses at one time, which is a lot of money. If you get into real estate, you think you got some money. Once you get into real estate, you realize you don't got as much money as you thought.
Business in general,
So I've always been a buy and hold investor. My first properties I bought cash, rehab them cash, but I did it wrong. I always had great credit, so I didn't really learn how to leverage my money and my credit until I met Bradley. Start dealing with some hard money and raising private equity and things like that. So, and then what he taught me was, I was thinking, I just want to own like 100 single family homes. I want to have 100 units.
Small-minded.
Yeah, so he helped me expand my mind. A 4-unit deal, because I got to buy it cash and I got to rehab it cash. That's a lot of money out of my pocket. So I can buy a single family, 25, 30,000. Put the same into it and it's worth $100,000. I get 10 of those, I'm a millionaire. But, now getting with Bradley, partnering and realizing that the real value is the real currency is in a relationship. Is in a relationship. So partnerships are great for protection. And, when I met him, He showed me the ins and outs, and in only 9 months, man, I came a long way.
Yeah.
I feel like I truly have a sustainable business, and when I was going for 1, 2s, and 4s, now I'm aiming for 100 or less. 100 or more.
Strength in numbers like crazy.
100%. Yeah. People, again, like he said, he started out small-minded, but we can't blame ourselves for that.
No,
we all
no,
did. We all.
you do.
Some of us still have small
Real
minds.
Real shit.
Because that's what we're taught. We're taught stay out of debt.
Yep.
You see them?
A lot of-
Stay out of
a lot
debt.
of
You don't
survival.
want to pay that extra 10%. But like I told him, that's how I was able to steal the 10 property. I'd rather give you 10% on this property and do 10 more. Right? I might earn 60,000 from this one, 50,000 from this one,
But you bring in that.
but I'm bringing 10 more in. So
And with that partnership.
exactly,
too.
powers in the numbers,
Powers
powers
in
in the
numbers, like
partnership.
crazy.
And then when you skill like that, you can start doing with
Oh,
other people's
yeah,
money.
100%.
Yeah. So it's just
And
all about being
it
small
keeps you,
minded.
it keeps you versatile. It keeps you versatile. too.
Exactly. Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
and like you said, you ain't bearing the burden of everything. Too.
100%.
And that's always like just great leverage right
Yep.
there. And it's just like you said, we got to get into talking to motherfuckers out there,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
And for real, because like you said, somebody 6, 7 years, you think about all the money you could have made.
100%. That's
You
what
know what I mean?
drives
That's
me to
the-
get into these rooms
yeah,
to
yeah,
talk.
when you think of
Literally,
when
that's
it's
what drives me
numbers-
to get in these rooms to talk.
Like you said, it's the ultimate focus now. And then,
100%.
like, bro, you've been staggering numbers. Like, when people talk about, like, investing in themselves,
Yep.
like, this guy right here, like, yo, no bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
It's
there
an
ain't
addiction.
there
It's an
ain't a
addiction.
price
It's an
on
addiction.
yourself. And my
100%.
man right here, he don't just walk the walk, he talk the talk. You went down there to, what, Grant Cardone?
I dropped 30 some thousand just this weekend.
30,000, just, you hear that?
My knowledge. That doesn't include the trip. That's just knowledge based.
Not the
what they got.
execution, not the motherfucking cheat code or
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
but the shit that's going to elevate him and get him there. That's going like that 30K. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's real shit right there. And people be when you talk
Yeah.
about posing sessions, be a couple hundred and shit like
Yeah,
that. It's
people
like-
want to invest in themselves. And that's literally that yields the best return.
Yeah, yes, it does. Very true.
Self knowledge always
And-
pays the best interest.
And it's
100%.
and you guys agree, it's not that it's going to be easier, but it's going to be worth it
Yeah.
if you truly
Yeah.
believe it and you
Yeah.
really apply yourself
Yep.
like that.
It helps you scale. It helps you scale. So, yeah, can I do it by myself? Yes. It might take me 2-3 years. It might take me 2-3 years, and in my eyes, that's going to cost me some money because I can't get that time back.
And that's
if I go
the fear
spend
that
this
gets-
money,
That's the fear of the trajectory gets
Yeah.
into us, though, right
Yep.
there. When people
Yep.
like think of going broke, they think of the hard, they think
Yep.
of the struggle.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
like you always told me, keep the vision.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Rick and Mitch,
Yep.
Nick always told me like, yo, you gotta go broke once in your life.
There's
you gotta
only-
go crazy.
the-
There's
the
something in your life
the
once.
biggest thing that holds people back on spending money on themselves is if they don't believe in themselves.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
so somebody told me that, and that's why I
True.
dropped the 30s. I dropped 100 the last 3 months, 100K literally in the last 3 months,
True.
and I was hesitant on this last 30,000.
Yeah.
And then dude told me, he said the only way you're not gonna drop it is if you don't believe in yourself.
Yep.
Because like you
Very
said,
true.
I could give it to you,
Yep.
but you still have to go put the work
Still
in,
have to put
right?
the work in.
And if I'm not gonna do that, and I start
That's why you
thinking
don't
about
do it.
myself not doing it, and I start doubting myself, and honestly, it's all
Fear
gonna be a
of doubt.
waste. It's the fear of doubt,
That
100%.
fear and doubt, man. That's what holds us back from doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Yep.
But and that's where the relationships relationships when they're genuine
Yeah.
and they're worth something too.
Yep.
You know, it helps the essence that you just can't like ignore.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
100%. Like I said before, I was laid back, sitting there doing nothing. We go to these events now because, again, we're taught to, like you said, fly under the radar.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you want to be the loudest in the
Yeah,
room.
yeah, yeah.
You want to talk
Yeah.
to people. You want to bug people, like you said, because now, I guarantee you, I got over $1 billion worth of contacts on my phone. I could call any of these people and they're
I was
willing to
gonna
partner
say-
with me on a deal.
So all right. So tell me about this weekend. So like I said, you go down there. You spend that type of money, you're around certain type of individuals
100%,
now that like
100%.
you ain't like.
100%. You want to pay to get in the rooms.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you wanna pay to get in those
Like
rooms.
yeah. Now
Yeah.
they might hang up on you. You might get security. Might even let you pass the
Right.
fucking entrance. But now you get that. Now you're in room and rubbing
Yep.
elbows with them. Now.
Yeah.
So like, tell me what's the impression that because yeah, I think those mugs, they know the bullshitters from the real ones. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So the
100%.
moment you get in there, how was that?
So a lot of people say fake it till you make it, right? I say bullcrap because if you're gonna fake it, someone's gonna see through the bullshit. 100%. Be authentic, be real, be who you are. I tell people all the time, right now we're chasing 100+ unit buildings. I only got 20 units, and I'm gonna tell you that. Now my 20+ units, I got most with no money down. The rest of it I got from when I was fixing and flipping. I took all my money, bought these properties. The rest of the capital I put back into myself,
Correct.
right? Because I had to learn to get it. So now I have the knowledge to go buy these properties, but I no longer have the liquid capital.
Yeah.
That's why you need partnerships, right? So when I go into these rooms, I'm being authentic. I know some of these people are
know what they looking for.
Way more liquid than me,
yeah.
got way more units than me, right? But I'm going there being authentic. I know what I want. I know what they need. They need deals. Again, I'm going to bring a deal. I know how to underwrite the deals because I got the knowledge. So you want to go in there to be as authentic as possible. Also, the biggest thing is a lot of these people you're scared to go talk to, but they grew up like you did too.
Yeah.
A lot of people came from nothing. Some people might say they came from nothing, but they might have came from like middle class, right?
Yeah.
They still technically to them it's nothing, but they want to help other people. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people want to help other people. You just got to go in there and be authentic, but they're not going to help you if they see you're a bullshit. That's
Right.
100%. So you don't want to go in there and fake it till you make it. You want to go in there and be authentic and just go speak to them. See, like, what do you need help with? Stop going in there with a how can you help me mindset. Go in there, how can I help you mindset? Because if you can help them, you can solve a problem for them. They're going to become a partner, and now you got a partnership, and you're just adding value. You know, now you're trading time, sweat equity, things like that. You don't always have to have the money.
Right.
People don't realize that. They always think you need money.
Value.
Just add value to somebody. Add value to somebody. 100%.
And that right there is a sign of like I ain't bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people always ask, like, how do you get sponsorship? How do you get people to work with you? I always tell them, like, yo, you got to show your value first.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you can't just go in and be like, yo, put me on.
100%.
What the fuck?
100%.
For what?
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like,
What you gonna
like,
do?
no offense,
Yeah.
yo. And that's how, like, we think, you know, even in our culture. Like, it doesn't work like that neither.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It doesn't work like that. So, you know, you get down there, you rubbing elbows, you trading information
Some
with
very successful people.
very successful people.
Successful.
Like
10,000 units,
so
40,000
here's
units.
a question.
I mean,
So when you go down there and you think of that shit, you really be like, it makes you think like, yo, I wasn't aiming high enough.
It expands your mind,
Right?
So this is what I tell people all the time. Like right now, we're small thinkers, right? Then you see something that's doable, and then you end up doing it, right?
Yeah,
And then your mind gets bigger. Then you see it again, your mind gets bigger.
Yeah.
Then when you go to events like this and see other people doing it, you're just like, holy, like it really is endless. Like there really is so much you could do with so little. Again, it just expands your mind, and then like I look back at people that growing up, and I'm like, or back at myself, I'm like, how the hell was I ever thinking like just one single family property? I just wanted to own one, and now it's like I own 100 of these in one building, you know. So the power of thinking big is amazing.
And that's the biggest mistake, and that makes me think of a quote. It goes something like, the greatest sin known to man is not to aim so high and miss, it's to aim low and hit. And that's where most people are stuck.
Nice.
And that's why their mindset's small. They'll never be able to get out. They're comfortable. They're comfortable right here. So you just got to think big.
Yeah, comfort zone.
Set big goals and go after it.
Yep.
You
The
know,
key to
see what
success is
happens.
outside the key to success is outside the comfort zone, 100%. You got to get outside the comfort zone. If I start getting comfortable, I'll go put myself uncomfortable because now I have to get off my ass. I have to go grind. Literally, if I'm starting to get comfortable, I'll go do something dumb to where it makes me, like I'll go spend all my money. I'll go swipe all my credit. I'll do whatever I need to do to get off my ass to keep it going because now it's like, oh, I ain't got no choice, you know? Because again, the success happens outside the comfort zone. Most people are just too okay with being comfortable.
all the time. Like that's the only way you're going to be able to see outside of what you already know.
100%.
See what you're really made of.
100%.
You know? But
100%.
back to the event. So I was supposed to go to Olympia with Ray. He decided to stream it here instead. So if he wasn't going, I wasn't going. I got a lot of homies out there. I wanted to go see him, go cheer him on, sit in the stands and all that. But you know, Bradley, he was down 10x.
Different year.
Yeah, he got me a ticket.
Hell yeah.
Because he spent millions of fucking dollars, it seems like, in the past couple of months.
He said, I'm a lick.
So,
he said, I'm a lick.
Yeah, you're the lick. You're the lick. But now I see why he's spending it once I got to experience it. But on my way down, Bradley texted me. He said, yo, if you could have lunch with Grant Cardone, what 3-4 questions would you ask him? So right away, you know, I'm texting him what I think, right? I sent him about 10 different things. He sends me back a video. He just spent $25,000 to have lunch with a billionaire, which I'm thinking that's a lot of money, but he said, when's the last time you had lunch with a billionaire? Never. And that's 99.9% of the population. You know what I mean? So he spent the 25 grand, had lunch with a billionaire, and you know, that got him in those type of rooms.
Yep, 100%.
You know, rub shoulders with people with 40,000 units.
Yep. And see, a lot of people also be small-minded to say, what the hell is a lunch with a billionaire going to do for me? gonna do a lot. It's gonna get you out that raggedy ass home, I tell you
Yeah.
that. It's gonna get you about that raggedy ass couch, I tell you that. It gets you out that raggedy ass 9-to-5 job once you get the knowledge, because they got the cheat codes. They're not billionaires for no reason. A billion's a lot of money. Like, and I mean liquid billionaire, not just network billionaire. My man is a billionaire. So once you go have that conversation, once you find the cheat codes, that's the key to success. There's cheat codes in everything. Just like I said, OPM, partnerships, all these different things. Like, that's why we had 20 units. We're not thinking, I still was thinking small. I can't go get 100 units by myself.
People's money.
Now I got partnerships with people, tons of partnerships with people, and I'm glad he came down there with me too, because we're probably at home in a war room, and he's looking at me like, why this man is so hype? Like he's still thinking 30 units. He's like, yeah, we just gonna do the 36. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm going 100 units. Like when we sent the offer at $62.5 million on this building down here, he's still thinking like, bro, how the hell? And it came to fruition. We almost got it, and then somebody came and bought it cash underneath of us. But putting an offering on a 319 Class A building at $62.5 million, knowing I only got a few $1,000s in my pocket, and knowing that I could close on it because of the partnerships that came aligned once that deal came along,
right there.
It blew my mind. Now I know it's possible. Now ain't no turning back from there. No, because now you know it's doable.
True belief.
Now you know it's doable. Mm-hmm. And it's all about, like, you hear people talk about. Once you actually go and do
that, yeah.
Whole different ballgame.
So that's what they always say. You gotta watch taking advice and opinions from motherfuckers that ain't done shit, or especially 100%. Never done what you're trying to do.
Right.
And especially if they ain't even trying to do it.
Yep.
That's one thing. But if they never done it, man, shit. When you
100%.
you really find out from motherfuckers who really do it. That's why
you won't see me. So like, again, there's a dude down at the group, and he teaches like mentorships and all that stuff. And I'm always telling people like, why the hell you buying his mentorship? You're at the same billionaire class as this dude. Like, you're learning from the same dude he's learning from. Why would you learn from him? He just got in the game, right? That's why you won't see me teaching multifamily. I'll give you tips and tricks on it for free. I'll teach you multifamily for free. But you won't see me selling you a course on multifamily, because I don't have thousands and thousands of units. I don't have years in the game. But wholesaling and flipping, a whole different ballgame. Also, when I show you the wholesaling and flipping, what I'll do is I'll teach you how to get from here to here all the way up quick. You know what I mean? And do the partnership. So that's a whole different ballgame. Like you said, people just giving that info and make you pay for it for no reason. Like, you gotta watch who you get info from. The internet's a dirty game right now. Info everywhere.
And then you also find out a lot of the magic comes from you being yourself.
Oh, 100%.
Like
be authentic. I can't say that enough. Be authentic. Like, I'm not a politically correct dude.
Right.
I don't know if you can tell how I talk. I cuss a lot. I'm trying to hold it back because we're on a podcast. Like, I'm just, and I joke a lot. Like, I'm a kid. I annoy my kids. My kids don't even want to be around me.
Right.
Like, I'm with him. We have dinner conversations, multi-millionaire. I'm a kid, so I can't be a partner with someone who's super politically correct. Like, you know what I mean? So. And that's, again, I choose my partners based on that too, because a lot of these guys ain't like that. Some of them are, but I can't be a partner with you because at the end of the day, our core values got to align. So, but again, I'm being authentic, and these people see that early on, like, this dude, he's a cut up. But when it comes to real estate, I take it so serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ain't no joking when we're talking real estate.
Right.
Outside of that, oh man, I'll bust it up on you all day. Oh man, shit.
So Rip, I remember, like you was in the stocks and crypto and shit.
Yeah.
What is there any correlation to like stock market, real estate? Like is there you know what I'm saying? There's one thinking, because I know Rip was
I'll say no, but he might say yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, because and this is why, because I know Rip is a buy and hold. You know what I mean? That's 100%. How he was with stock.
100%.
5 to 20 years.
That's how. Was that how you were with the real estate prior to getting with Bradley?
Yeah. So I've always been buy and hold.
Okay.
I've barely done.
So do y'all? So it's kind of. So I guess what I'm asking.
My investment strategy is the same in crypto, in stocks, and in real estate.
Yeah.
It's buy and hold them for at least 5 to 20 years.
And yours is.
Now it's buy and hold for 5, 10, 15 plus, depending on what kind of asset it is, depending on the building, the location, where it's at. No, it was flip, because I grew up hustling. It was fast money. That's what I wanted. I wanted to
That's not a sustainable business.
At all.
So y'all linking together kind of interchange and like.
Yeah. Well, that's how we started talking on Instagram.
On
Instagram, I just kept messaging about stocks because I was interested in getting into it.
Right.
And then I realized I needed to hone in on the real estate because that's where I wanted to be. But from us talking so much and him wanting to learn real estate, it was like, cool, let's connect. And then we ended up just linking up, meeting in person. And like I never had anybody actually come sit down with me in a war room and really go through the steps. Like everyone calls me and asks for information, I give it to you. But then I start learning, like I'll give you 1 or 2 tips. If I come back to you or you come back to me and I ask you if you did it and you didn't do it, I'm not giving you no more info. He actually came to my house 45 minutes every day, sat down, went through, sat there with me and learned it. And I'm like, oh man, I love this dude. Like I love the work ethic. And now that's why I'll find a property, we'll raise the capital, we'll go buy it, like whatever. And then we just created that partnership. Like, but yeah, bringing the stocks together. So the way I look at it is, a lot of people, pull stocks or whatever, but it's a liquid asset. I want something I go like Grant Cardone said, I'll go take a piss on it. Like you can go see it, you can do whatever you want. Like it's not going anywhere. It's not going. It's not paper. You can't see it. It's not tangible. Like you just go.
I know what you mean.
But I use the stock markets to kind of see the returns, and that's kind of what bases the returns on like if I come raise capital from you and you can earn 8% in a stock, why would I, you come give it to me at 6%, or whatever it is. A lot of people still will do it just because of the fact that you can see, touch, feel this, and you can't see, touch, feel this. But a lot of people won't because they want that return, so they rather just put it in the stock. They feel like it's safer, right?
I got you.
But we know
so it kind of works hands in hands on the return basis. Other than that, this thing, see, touch, feel, this you can't.
So you definitely, but y'all definitely traded off on like attributes.
100%.
Just added value. I said, 100%. Look, you want to learn a little bit about stocks and crypto. I got the knowledge there. You got the knowledge I want in real estate. So, we'll just trade information. But then it happened to be like a good, valuable partnership.
He's a little more analytical. He's computer smart. I'm an idiot for real. Like I really am. Like I learn a lot of stuff. I know a lot about a lot, or I know a lot about a little. But like when it comes to certain stuff, I'm just so dumb. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be the first one to tell you I'm good. I'll go tell you how to go get a 100-unit building. I can tell you how to run it, how to do all that. But he can know how to put the systems in place. He can like the simple things from just certain content, how we can create it, how to get certain links in there. Like we had a CRM and I would mess it up every single time. Like, hey bro, this ain't doing what it used to do. And he'll go in there, all right, hold on, watch it. He'll watch this video, go boom, pop it together, get the CRM running back smooth. I go in there again and screw it up because the simplest stuff I screw up. I'm not smart when it comes to that, but other stuff I know real estate. I know real estate. I just don't know how to do the other stuff.
That
balance. So he helps out tremendously with that. And again, like I said, I grew up being an introvert, so I didn't have the network until I got into these other real estate groups and attended these seminars. My man got a crazy network too. So it's just between that and his brilliance in these other industries, it just.
And it's helping building up your confidence and shit too. With each other, because like I said,
confidence is key. You don't have the you know everything you need to know. If you don't have the confidence, I studied multifamily for 3 years. I still flipped properties. I knew what I needed to do. I just wouldn't do it because I didn't have the confidence. Then attending these seminars, seeing that what I was doing was correct, the underwriting I was doing was correct, aligning it with other people's underwriting, gave me the confidence, and now it's like
we need to tap in.
I think the biggest thing is just finding a partner to match my work ethic. Because I'm just gonna go above and beyond. You're my partner. You know how I work.
Every time.
No excuses. I'm gonna get the shit done no matter what. So, having Bradley, he's having somebody outwork me at times is like that's just motivation for me. I'm super competitive. I played team sports my whole life, so I don't want him to outwork me. So if we keep pushing each other like that, we're on the same team. We're only going to push each other, to do our best.
And not only that, when you fall off, which everyone does, everyone's going to fall off. I don't care what you do. You're going to have a divot. You're going to wake up sometimes thinking like, is this doable? Like, am I going too far? Like everyone does it. Or you might, like I said, you might spend it all, end up a little liquid poor, and still, worry. But like, am I doing the right thing? And then you got someone like him. You got someone like him. I got other friends, who call me every day and hold me accountable. Which you need to be held accountable. So when you have people like that in your circle, when you're down, it helps push you up, makes it easier, So it's crazy having that work ethic next to you.
That work ethic. Y'all forming a solid duo. And then, like I said, y'all both. My man over here, they invested in themselves. So if they're investing in themselves, they got a lot of knowledge and shit to offer. They got to tap in and take advantage. What's going on? We here in the bird, both of them. Could tap into their Instagram with your IG.
_Bradley Jacobs.
Man.
Shad Davidson.
You know what I'm saying? So tap in with them. They definitely got some they got some knowledge and they got some work ethic and they got a lot of shit happening. Tap in, you know what I'm saying? We'll work on it.